By the end of this video, you're going to realize that you do not have to memorize every candlestick pattern, every candlestick like you're collecting Pokemon cards. I'm about to show you how simple it is to understand what direction price is going and what to go for. This is the exact cycles of market structure that help you achieve a 90% win rate quarter one, a 90% win rate quarter two, and 89% win rate quarter three. And we literally went 8-0 last week. If you don't believe me, all you gotta do is hit that first link in the description, join the free signal, free Telegram. That first link in the description, as you can see right here, this is October 16th, the same day I'm recording this video. We go to the day prior, we went 1-0, catching a nice win of 4RR, 22,700 pips on US 30. Again, we took this trade live. Then we go up the next day, we went 2-0, caught a nice GU sell, caught a nice gold buy, but we go up to last week. Not only at the beginning of the week do I drop a Sunday chart analysis going over the news in my analysis, not just for what I see price doing Sunday night going into Monday, but these analysis goes over what I see price doing throughout the entire week. And more times than not, all of the charts go as projected from the beginning of the week to the end. And again, if you don't believe me, all you gotta do is watch these videos. There's no cap in my rap. You can see last week we went 7-0. The week before that, we went 5-0. Right? And then we go to the week before that, we went 4-0. So we're literally on a 4-week win streak, right? But as far as how we ended last month and last quarter, go to October 3rd, you can see how we ended last month and last quarter. July, we went 17-2, August 23-2, September 16-3, ending the quarter 56-7, giving us 89% win rate, catching a total of 270,214 pips. You click to where it says subscribers. There's over 1,900 photos, over 3 years worth of receipts. You can see screenshots of student results and testimonials, as well as positions we took. We really do this over here, y'all. So make sure to hit that first link in the description and check all this stuff out. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Playmaker Wade with the playbook. Hope you have a great day, morning, or evening. And y'all read the title, man. And as you can see, we just caught a beautiful 1-3 RR on gold. We broke this setup down live. If y'all don't know, we live stream and live trade every day, London session 3 a.m. EST on YouTube. But this video is not a trade breakdown. If you want to see trade breakdowns and how I use these market structure and market cycles to catch banger setups like this, to catch the volume for the day, make sure to check out the trade breakdowns playlist. I'm also going to drop my most recent trade breakdown I dropped earlier this week in the comment section as well. Then when we go to the advanced play signal, you can see the same date, November 12th. You can see we entered this trade during London session with simply gold and the GC setup, because this works on futures, crypto, stocks, forex as well. You see right here, same date, November 12th. Now, the first thing you have to understand, and I talk about this with my price action technical analysis playbook. Again, it works on stocks, forex, options, futures, and crypto. Before we even get into the book, the very first thing I talked about on the very first page is one thing you have to understand before we get started is that price is not randomly doing things, and there are no coincidences in the markets. If you see something once, you'll see it twice. If you see it twice, you'll see it thrice. If you see it thrice, you'll see it every day, every week, every month. The charts are like a 1,000-piece puzzle, each candlestick being one piece to the puzzle. Do you think you can see the full picture with just one piece? No, which is exactly why identifying a single candlestick does not help you understand everything. Think about it. These patterns are candlesticks people point out. Do they actually explain what price is doing or why it's doing it? No, they just say, when you see this, do this or do that. So with that being said, we're about to break down the 3 cycles price is always going to be in. Your favorite patterns and candlesticks are in each one of these 3 cycles. The first cycle, we all learned this one, the uptrend, right? The second cycle, we all know this one as well, the downtrend, okay? And then the third cycle goes by many names as well, sideways market, consolidation, liquidity. It's all the same thing, just different names for it. Now, these are the 3 cycles price is always gonna be in. If we're in an uptrend, we only want to go for buys. If we're in a downtrend, we only want to go for sells. And if we're consolidating, we do not want to take a setup. Now, let me explain why. Trading is not about catching every pip, every candlestick. Trading is not about top ticking or bottom ticking. Trading is simply about going for high probability, high quality setups. So if we close our eyes and use simple logic, if we're in an uptrend, what would be the high probability, high quality setup? Which move is the bigger move? The move to the upside or the move to the downside? The move to the upside, right? If we're in a downtrend, what would be the high probability, high quality setup? The move to the downside or the move to the upside? The move to the downside, right? But yet so many of us would go for buys in a downtrend and sells in an uptrend just because we see a juicy red or green candlestick, or because we see a FEG think it's going to LMNOP. I'm telling y'all, what you don't want to do is chase price. What I teach the members and students is to follow the flow of price. And here's a perfect example. What would have happened here if I would have chased price and went for a sell here instead of a buy like I did, I would have been another person talking about fake out liquidity sweep. But why did I go for a buy instead of a sell? Based on the market structure. Here's another bonus tip. When I identify the trend in the market structure on the bigger time frames, you do not, and you should not, and you cannot identify the trend on the same time frame you're looking for an entry off of. The bigger time frames tell you the bias and the direction price is going. The smaller time frames only explain to you what price is doing at that exact moment. That's why when we look at gold, we can see a downtrend on the smaller time frame. But if we go into the bigger time frame, we see clear bullish momentum. You see what I mean? This is why it's very, very, very important to not chase price, but follow the flow of price. There's a reason why we enter on the smaller time frames. We use the smaller time frames for our confirmations and to look for our entry. But again, it is very, very, very important to identify the trend in the cycle on the bigger time frame. These are the 3 cycles price is always going to be in. Now, I know some of y'all are thinking, oh, but you didn't talk about consolidation. I didn't talk about consolidation because you do not want to trade when price is consolidating. Consolidation, liquidity. I made a video about liquidity already, and I made a video going over how to trade consolidating the market. Both of those are in the day trading tips playlist, so make sure to check that playlist out after this video is over. The reason why you don't want to trade when price is consolidating is because when price is consolidating and ranging, that is because there's a lack of volume. Make money when price goes up or goes down, and we need volume to effectively go up or go down. Again, let's just go back to this gold setup. When there was low volume, we was ranging at this level. Once the volume picked up at 9:30, 10 a.m., we broke out of that consolidation and we saw a push to the upside. You see what I mean? But when price is consolidating, you don't know exactly what direction price is going to go until the volume picks up. Again, here's an example, right? We had price start to consolidate right here. And instead of continuing the downtrend, it reversed and shot to the upside, right? That's how we went from sells to buys. It's very, very, very important to do a lot more patient, to do a lot more waiting than executing. A lot of us be so ready to hop into a trade as soon as we open up our computer in the charts. But what I want y'all to do is understand what the cycle is, understand what direction price is going, then wait for price to come to you and wait for your confirmations to be met. That's what you see us do every day on London session live streams for free. So now I'm about to show you what the uptrend, downtrend consolidation looks like on a bunch of different charts. Well, not a bunch of different charts, but a bunch of different examples, right? So we can see right here, this is a clear uptrend, right? We see clear higher highs, we see clear higher lows. And we see here, price changed and started a downtrend, right? Then we look right here, we can see how we was in an uptrend, and then price, the volume slowed down and started to consolidate, right? And it wasn't until the volume picked up that we broke out of that consolidation, then the uptrend continued, right? Then we look right here. We had an uptrend, we had some consolidation, we had a reversal, the price reversed back and created and continued the uptrend, right? Then look where that reversal ended at, right back on this level, pushing back and continuing the bullish momentum. You see what I mean? We look right here. Again, we had a downtrend, reversal into the uptrend. Then we had consolidation right here. Volume picked up, uptrend continued. We had consolidation right here. Volume picked up, consolidation. So these are the cycles. So when people talk about price action is bad, price action is not bad. Price is always in action. What they mean is there's low volume. But this is what you have to understand. Price cannot forever go up. Price cannot forever go down. You have to understand what we're doing here. We are trading. We are investing. Think about it. Imagine if gold or Bitcoin or NAS 100 forever shot up without any retracements, without any corrections or reversals. Imagine if it did the exact opposite. Imagine if it tanked without any retracements, without any corrections, without any reversals. What would happen to the economy? What would happen to the market? Everything would crash. So there has to be a balance, right? It has to be a yin and yang. So when people talk about manipulation, yes, there is manipulation, but there has to be manipulation for a reason. Again, you have to understand what we're doing here. These are not just random numbers. These are not just random symbols. These are real things. These are real values. These are real currencies that affect the world, right? So there has to be a balance and some type of structure. The only difference between us, the playmakers, and everybody else is that we do not complain about the manipulation. We figured out and learned how the manipulation works, and then we use that to our advantage. That's why our win rate's so high, That's why we're able to predict what price is going to do on news days, no news days, and throughout the entire week. And that's how we're able to avoid majority of the fake outs and liquidity sweeps, because again, we're going with the flow of price. We're not chasing price, and we're letting the markets do what the markets are going to do. What I notice is a lot of people trade in defense mode or reaction mode. They see something and they chase it immediately. Or instead of going with the flow of price, they try to outsmart price. But I don't know about y'all, but I don't think any of us can outsmart price. What I teach the members and students, there's only 3 things we control when it comes to the markets. We control when we enter a trade, we control when we exit a trade, and we control how much we risk per trade. We do not control volume. We do not control what cycle we're in. We don't control when the trend changes. We don't even control when markets are going to do the move we're looking for. That is why it's so important to understand how the markets work and to respect price, y'all. Again, clean uptrend, clean downtrend, consolidation, downtrend, uptrend, consolidation, downtrend, consolidation, uptrend, consolidation, uptrend, consolidation, uptrend, consolidation, right? These are the market cycles. So whether you like, love, or hate it, price is not going to forever shoot up. Price is not going to forever shoot down. That's why it's always funny to me once crypto or stocks retraces, everybody talks about, oh, the stock market's crashing. They didn't say shit when it was pumping up for 3-4 months. But as soon as it retraces for a week or a month, now the world's ending and everything's crashing. This is why it's important to understand market structure, y'all. What is so crazy? If price shot up for 3 months, what is crazy about a 1-month retracement or even a 3-month retracement? Again, there has to be a balance. Price it literally cannot shoot up all the time. It literally cannot tank all the time. That's why it's important to understand the 3 cycles we're in. Because once you understand the 3 cycles we're in, no matter what price is doing or no matter what part of the cycle we're in, you're able to understand what price is most likely going to do next. And that is the power of the playbook. Now, you want to see me use the playbook in action, I highly recommend checking out the trade breakdown playlist, because I go over how I use these rules to catch these setups, just like this one right here, y'all. If y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below any questions, comments, concerns you may have. Make sure to hit that first link in the description to join a free signal free Telegram. Interested in learning how to identify these levels, my signal service, my mentorship programs, make sure to hit those links in the description, y'all. But before you make a decision, let me tell you a little bit about those details. If you're interested in taking your trading to the next level and learning directly from me, join Playmaker University, or I recommend scheduling a one-on-one session where profitable traders and confident traders are made. Not only are you going to get my complete strategy in video format, going over how to read the charts, how to identify my key price levels, those blue and gold lines y'all stay asking me in the comment section, how to enter and exit trades, how to trade news, my scalping strategy, my secret buy and sell limit strategy, trading psychology, how to deal with wins and losses, how to scale into trades, how to never blow your account again, how to double your account every month. But you will also get daily analysis setups for life, student member group chat, daily trade recaps for life, exclusive New York Lives and trading plan Zooms, and y'all gonna get my famous price action technical analysis playbook that works on stocks, forex, options, and crypto. And on top of that, you're gonna get the trader's mindset, mastering psychology and risk management playbook that goes over leveraging risk, mastering discipline, how to never blow your account again, learn how to trust yourself while staying cool, calm, and collected. This is what helped one of my students turn $4, as you can see, yes, to $275. That is not Photoshop. You can see he's saying right here, I followed the playbook through a Hail Mary. Shout out for all you do. This is why I always say to follow the flow price and not chase price. His last dollars, he was damn near, he basically blew his account. And because he followed my teachings, trusted the playbook, he was able to turn a $4 account to almost $300 account. It's literally that simple, y'all. I made all the mistakes, so you don't have to make the mistakes. Instead, just learn from my mistakes and be successful quicker. So you're interested in learning how to consistently not only grow your accounts, but consistent $500 to $1,000 days, click that first link in the description, watch the free trading crash course. Or if you already know you're ready to get in and lock in with me, click the link to go join Playmaker University or the one-on-one sessions, and I'll see you on the other side. Shout out to the Playmakers, man. Now, advanced play signal, we literally just had a 100% win rate last week, and this is the exact same strategy I teach in the one-on-one sessions and in Playmaker University that averages not just a 90% win rate on a weekly basis, but also on a monthly and quarterly basis as well. You see right here, 16-1, 94% win rate. You see here, another 100% win rate on the week. We go to a whole nother month. You see here how we ended Q1 this year, 44-5, giving us a 90% win rate, 17-3 January, 14-1 February, March, 13-1. And if we go to how we ended last year, 2024, we literally went 181 wins, 23 losses, averaging an 89% win rate all 12 months combined, averaging less than 2 losses per month. You're not gonna find any other mentorship or signaling service that does stuff like this. And not only do I call accurate signals, but I give you my entry, my SLs, my TPs. I notify you when the TPs get hit. I give y'all updates in the trades, and I drop a New York price watch list showing y'all what price is doing in that trade we're in, as well as what to expect and anticipate going into New York session, as well as other possible setups going into New York session. I go over whether you should look for buys or sells. I go over specific price points and all of that good stuff, y'all. And you'll also get the advanced play signaling for completely free when you sign up and apply for one-on-one sessions. One-on-one sessions, I make sure you earn while you learn. So not only do I teach my exact same strategy on a Zoom call on the charts just like this, but you get one session a week. Each session is an hour long, recorded and sent to you the same day. Those recordings are yours to keep for life, y'all. So you definitely get a huge return on investment, as well as you get access to the student member group chat and the advanced play signal room. So be interested in your trading to the next level. You know exactly what to do. Hit those links in the description, y'all. If you want to contact me directly, you can DM me on Instagram, TikTok, or Telegram. I respond to all messages. See y'all in the university, y'all. See y'all in the next video. Peace. We out.